So very warm welcome to you once again. My name is Sukhdeepak Malvai. So I've been making people dukhi all over the world for the last 30 years. I'm 67 years old, and 30 years out of those 67 years I've spent in the world of training and development, and I've been conducting training programs all over the world. Now, for me, training has never been like a profession. It's been a passion because 1982, when I first went and attended a program, and let me tell you, I did that very reluctantly. And at that time, I never wanted to be there. Okay. So I was a sales manager and I was a shy sales manager. And my boss had recommended it to me very strongly, and I was not going. Fortunately for me, I met this very dear friend of mine who used to work for Thermax, and we met in a hotel. And he said, Sukhdeepak, there is this fantastic program, you've got to do it, and it will change your life and all that. So first of all, for the first time in all the years that I've known my friend, and my friend was one of those like serious people. There are some people who are very measured, sab kuch naap tol ke karte hain, so everything was very measured. And now here is this guy very excited. So I was thinking, I said, I don't know what's happened to this guy. But sometimes other person's passion and enthusiasm gets to you. So I never listened to my boss, but I listened to my friend and I joined this program. It was one of the EST programs which I did in 82. Believe me, I went into that room. There were some 300 people sitting over there. And I said, oh my God, where have I come? I hate large crowds. I always did. And I prefer to be alone. Even though I was in a profession where I was with people, one-on-one I was very good. But if you put me in a crowd, I was not good. I would avoid it at any cost. So, there are these things. And I thought, okay, theek hai, normal hai, natural hai. What is there to change in it? But good, I went. So I went and I sat in one corner hoping that nobody would look at me, and the trainer should not ask me any question because I hate to speak in front of so many people. 3 days I sat there. I do not know what happened. But when I went back to my office after 3 days, everybody was smiling at me. So I was wondering what's happened. Until, one of my colleagues in the lunchtime, Kapoor Saab, he comes to me and he says, Sukhdeepak, what happened to you? I said, why? What happened? Nothing happened. He said, now how come you're smiling today? 7 years we worked in the same office. I have never seen you smiling in the office. That's what he said. That was quite shocking for me. So there was some change. I don't know what it was. But anyway, the long and short is I decided to jump into training because of all the wonderful breakthroughs that I got, the transformation that happened in my life. I got converted from being a pessimist to an optimist. I got converted from a totally risk-averse person, risk nahi lena hai, to a person who was willing to risk giving up his multinational company job and going to work for 1/4 the salary to learn something which was totally unheard of. You understand? So it's been quite a journey. I brought up 3 boys who are doing very well for themselves, and believe me, all the life experiences, they've taught me something. So even though I have gone and learned many training modalities, I have taken many training certifications, I have learned many healing modalities. I'll give you a list at the end. One thing I learned right in the beginning of my training career was don't talk about something which you are not experiencing. So if I goofed it up, I learned from that. And I have no shyness in saying that I goofed it up because it helps me to learn. So the first thing I learned was anything that you want to hide, you will never be able to change that in your life. And many other things. So whatever I'm going to talk to you about in today's session is something that comes from my experience. So this is not some theory for me. I go and learn, like I went to Holland to a program. First I went to Germany for a program called Avatar. I learned a lot of things, practically applied them. And when I applied them and they worked, then I shared about them. So that's the way it is. So I'm going to be sharing with you stuff which I learned, stuff that I implemented, and my target with you, all those people who will complete this call and join this journey with me, this is a journey which will be for 90 days if you choose to be in it. Okay? I promise you one thing. I promise you there is someone waiting to join. And I promise you one thing, that if you stick with me for these 90 days, I will make sure that you will implement what you learn. And I'll be there to help you when you're not able to implement it. You will ask me, I'll tell you. Okay? Implement what you learn, sustain what you learn. So a lot of things happen in life, we learn something, we implement it for a few days, and the first time we have a disappointment in our life, we forget all that and we say, ah, theek hai, kitabi baatein hain. These are all bookish things, they don't work. Phir hum chhod dete hain, we give up. You know why so many people, I know a lot of senior people, at least I can remember one right now, I won't take his name. He came out of a very, very big software company and he decided to start his own company. And you know what? Within 6 months, he had given up and gone back and started doing his job again. So the world is full of people who will get these great ideas and they want to do it. But there are few people who are able to sustain it. Okay? If we were able to, first of all, take a risk of doing something new, if we're willing to go with it and not give up in the face of difficulties, we would achieve anything. Everybody knows that. You understand? So anyway, a very, very warm welcome to you once again. And I just want to say to you, I am so happy to see all of you wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings who are there on this call. Wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings who deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. So welcome everyone, and congratulations. You've taken a bold step. We shared something with you. You read some words. It opened up some possibility in your mind. But it was you who took this bold step, to do something different. It's not very understandable, all those kachar-pachar stuff which I was sharing. You took a chance with it. You trusted me. Thank you very much for that. Congratulations. Now, one second, please. The problem with our screen sharing is if you pause it for a few minutes, then you have to start all over again. So sorry about that. Now, I want you to start thinking, why are you here? Think. What really brings you here? Are you curious? Oh, let's see, sounds good. I've heard about this guy. So many people have talked about it. Let us go and see what's going to happen. Well, if you are in that place, also welcome. Okay, that's not a bad place to be. At least you are curious, no, to find out something new. Or you could be someone who says, I know I'm going to get something. So there are a lot of people who are very familiar with me. They've done my programs. So they know that they will get something. Okay. So thank you very much for trusting that. But there is a third place where you can be, and that place is, one second. So that place is, I am committed to get what I want. So if you are one of those lucky people who knows very clearly what he wants, and you are committed to get what you want, and that's the reason for you being here, then I welcome you. You are in the best place out of all the others, because you're going to make sure that you're going to get what you want. So what's it all about? Let's hang on. This is what happens when people keep coming and going. So what we are going to do here is, okay, Murali Krishna has raised his hand. So can we unmute him, please? Murali Krishna, you can unmute yourself. If you've raised your hand, perhaps you want to ask something, go ahead, Murali Krishna. Yeah, please unmute yourself, Murli Krishna, if you want to say something. Okay, go ahead. Murli, do you want to say something? Murli, can you hear me? Murli, okay, fine. So this whole thing is about, if you look at this entire program, what is it for? There is something which you want, okay? And there is something that you have. So there may be a gap between what you want and what you have. So what we are going to do is help you to bridge the gap, get you from point A to point B. Bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to go. Can I just pause for a bit, gentlemen? Maybe we can go back a little. For the benefit of all those people who are joining now, who are in the process of joining now. Congratulations, guys, you finally made it. Okay. Now, start thinking about why are you here? Good revision for the others as well. You could be curious. You could be a person who says, I know I'm going to get something, but I don't know what it is. I'm willing to take whatever I get. So that's fine. Or you know very well what you want, and you're going to go for it, and you're going to use the tools that you learn in these 90 days to get what you want. Okay. So the program is about bridging the gap between what you want and what you have. So I hope we are not going to be interrupted too much. I want to do a little meditation with you, but the way people are still joining, we will get interrupted. So shall we wait for another 5 minutes? After that, we are not going to admit anybody. In the meantime, what I want you to do, all those 99 people who are on this call, please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath. Let go and relax. Take another long, deep breath. Let go and relax. Take another long, deep breath. Let go and relax. So welcome everybody who's joined now. So we are doing an exercise. You become a part of it. Close your eyes, sit down, take a long, deep breath. Let go and relax. GP, take a long, deep breath. Let go and relax. And as you sit there relaxing, I want you to put your attention on different parts of your body, because I want you to experience yourself as your body right now. So take all your attention to your feet, completely focusing on all the sensations that are happening over there. Keep on breathing normally, but deeply. When you breathe deeply, very, very deeply, गहरी सांस जब आप लेते हैं, then it cools down your brain, it subdues the reactive brain so that your frontal cortex is more active, you become more aware. So keep breathing and being aware of your feet. Now move up slowly to your calf and keep moving up. Go to your knees, go to your thighs. Slowly, if your mind goes here and there, never mind, bring it back. Now focus on your hips. Focus on your lower abdomen. Focus on the middle of your abdomen where you have your belly button. Now focus on your chest. Now go to your back, to your lowermost portion of your back, and start experiencing whatever sensations are there. And as you do that, move upwards slowly to the middle of your back, and then you move slowly to your upper back, experiencing fully whatever sensations are there. Now take your attention to your hands, both your hands, feel the fingers, feel the palm, move upward to your wrist and your forearms. Now focus on your elbows, on your biceps, on your shoulder, on your neck, your chin, your lips, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, your ears, your forehead, your top of the head. Now be aware of your whole body from the top of the head to the tip of your toes. Now this is who you are as a body. And give thanks and gratitude for this wonderful body that you have. Now I'd like you to become aware of the predominant emotion that is there in your life right now. You know, there is an emotion that we carry. Like some people carry anger and irritation, so it comes out at the drop of a hat. Some people carry a tinge of sadness. Some people carry disappointment. What is the, some people carry concern, some people carry worry. So, what is that feeling that seems to be there? It comes and goes. So, people are now also entering. I'm very sorry, I can't explain the whole exercise to you. So, keep on becoming aware of the predominant feelings that you are experiencing in your life right now. And having done that, I want you to now be aware of your mind. Now, this mind, what are the thoughts going on right now? Jinesh, you can keep your eyes closed, it will be useful. What are your thoughts? Be aware. What are you thinking about? And as your awareness increases, start thinking about what is important for you. Start thinking that has something dampened you, has something brought down your Josh. What are the thoughts that are there? Most of the time, those thoughts are running in the background. We are not even aware of those thoughts. I want you to think about those thoughts and become more and more aware about what they are. Now focus your mind on the different areas, your career, your business, your family, your relationships, everything in your life, so that you're more and more aware about what you want and start thinking about it. Okay, so what have you done about it? Have you noticed that we want everything? जो नजर आता है वो चाहिए. But what have you done about it? And if you've done something about it, how many times you got stopped? And if you got stopped, you said to yourself, ये तो मुझे really चाहिए नहीं था. I didn't really want it. And then you went along to do something else. So now if you have slowly come out of that meditative state, and start thinking about where do you stand today? Where are you now in the area of your health? How do you stand? Where do you stand today in the area of money? Where do you stand today in the area of relationships? Where do you stand today with regard to your career, your job? And if you're a businessman, how do you stand there? How do you feel about what's happening? Look at the different areas. In the area of health, you could be a person who has no attention on your health, or you could be a person who is concerned about your health, or you could be somebody who is unhappy about your health, or you could be fatalistic. बोलते हैं भाई अब उम्र हो रही है, now I'm getting old, so I am going to fall sick. Or you are so happy about your health and how you're managing it. Let's look at the area of money. Are you resigned? This is the way it is, nothing is going to get better, जाने दो. Or are you struggling? Are you sad and insecure? Are you scared, frightened, worried? Or are you content and very happy? Or you could be somebody who says, thoda hai, thode ki zarurat hai, Or are you confident? Now look at the area of relationships. Are you secure? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you unhappy or frustrated? Or are you angry, irritable, or embarrassed? Or you think कि भाई जैसा है ऐसा ही होता है, nothing can become better than this. Look at our career. Are you secure and content? Are you just surviving? Are you dissatisfied? Are you struggling? Are you stressed? Are you happy? Are you successful? Can you call yourself successful? Look at the world of business. How there is so much turmoil and uncertainty. How we deal with turmoil and uncertainty is going to decide how are you going to come out of the present situation. Are you stressed and angry? Will that help you? Are you confused? Are you scared? Very, very cautious. Bold people make bold decisions and produce big results. But are you being bold now? Or have you got subdued because of the situation? Are you frustrated? Are you successful and proud? You could be in any situation. Now, this is something very, very important, and I'm bringing it to your attention because I believe that whatever you focus on, the more you will have in life. Now, in my coaching and training practice, I meet a lot of people. So, I ask them, what do you want? When I ask you, what do you want? They'll start talking about, yaar, wo mujhe ye problem ho gaya tha, I had that problem, I lost so much money in my business, this should not be happening, I'm very frustrated, people are not to be trusted, employees are not good. Hello, what are they focusing on? They're focusing on what I don't want. So are you focusing in your life on what you don't want, or are you focusing on what you want? Think about it. Now let me introduce you to my performance formula. Now, this performance formula, a lot of you might have heard it from me, those who know me, because I believe in this formula. So capital P is equal to small p minus I. So what does it mean? Capital P is performance. What are the results you are producing? The right action will produce the right result. Okay? You have small p is the potential, which everybody has. I believe it's an inherent. So if you really recognize yourself and you know that you're a wonderful, magnificent and extraordinary human being, a lot of you realize that actually I'm not treating myself like that. The rule of life is the way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. The way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others around you. And the way you treat others is the way they treat you. So you end up reinforcing whatever it is that you believe about yourself. So even though you have a very high potential, knowledge, experience, skills, everything you might have, but there is something that is not allowing you to do that. to express that in life, and that is the I. I are the interferers that we all have. Something which interferes with my ability to achieve what I want. So the challenge in life is, firstly, do I recognize what my interferers are? See, the first step to changing something is recognizing what is it that you need to change. I think we all know that. And if you don't know that, you better know that. So recognizing, but a lot of that stuff that inhibits you, a lot of your interferers are things inside you which you did not even know that you have. Okay? See, for a long time, I was, doing a lot of effort, and I was not. So people, my family used to say, but why are you not making money? Why is it that whatever amount of you've earned lakhs of rupees and you never save anything? Okay. I never knew what was that inhibitor which was there inside of me until I discovered it in one of the programs. And the inhibitor was rich people become wayward, बिगड़ जाते हैं. पैसा साथ थोड़ी लेके जाना है, ज्यादा बचा के क्या करना है. Lot of unconscious stuff was there which was actually, and I was not even focusing on money. That was not the area of my focus. So obviously, if you're not focusing on making money, you're not going to make money, right? So it was some interferer that was there in me, which I did not even know about. Okay. So the skill lies in recognizing what these interferers are and then dealing with them. If you can't, most people are not able to deal with them by themselves. So they need somebody to help them to deal with it. Okay. So let's see, what is it that stops you? As a human being, you may have less experience or you may have more experience, but what is it that stops you? Think, have you watched little children, 3-4 years old? They are unstoppable, full of energy, rukte nahi hai. They can do anything, they can try anything. But as we are growing up, what's happening to us? We become more careful, right? We become more tentative. We don't want to take risks. Why? Because circumstances have programmed us. So I'm just remembering a very interesting, something that was told to me many, many years ago. See, if you are running in your life, you're bound to fall, isn't it? Dodoge. So a lot of people learn that, in my life, I have to win. And because I have to win, I have to run. Now, if you run, you will fall. That's for sure. So a lot of people fall and they get up and their speed becomes slower. And they run and they fall and they get up again and their speed becomes even more slow. And then they run and they fall and they become even more slow. And then they start singing songs like, Thoda hai, thode ki zarurat hai, and all that. Okay? There's another kind of guy who falls, gets up and runs faster. And he again falls and he gets up and runs even faster. He does not give up what he wants. Okay? He deals with whatever comes in his way. If he doesn't know how to deal with that, he finds out how to deal with that. Comes back again and again to get what he wants. You want to be like that? Get up again. If you fall, run faster. Then we need to find out what stops you. So if you look at all the interferers in your life, you will find that they will fall in the area of your mind. Okay, a lot of stuff happens in our mind. So our beliefs live over there. Kya kar sakte ho? What do you think is possible? Do you believe in yourself or not? That lives in your mind. Okay, or it lives in your emotions. Mind, body, and emotions. Very interesting. You might be a person who wants to do really great things in life, but your body is lazy. Okay, your mind says, "Yaar, itna karne ki kya zarurat hai? To jadoo se milne wala hai kya? Are you going to get stuff out of magic without doing things?" Yes, magic can happen. You can reach that state also, but for that also you'll have to do parishram. You'll have to do something about it. So what stops you is either what's happening in your mind, all our prejudices, What is possible, not possible, judging, prejudging, blah, 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 all that is in the mind. And a lot of stuff is happening in the body which we don't even know. Believe me, this body is a chemical factory. Every time you are reacting, chemicals which stop this brain of yours are released. That's also connected, mind and body connected. Emotions, how emotions are stopping you, or fear of having emotions stopping you. And the biggest thing which is an inhibitor for all of us is the reality which I have created in my own life. Okay? A lot of study happening. You should read the book of Dr. Bruce Lipton, who talks about the biology of beliefs. Okay? I'm not going to say too much about it. One thing is there. More and more scientists are finding out that your beliefs create your reality. So suppose your reality says कि मेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, फिर भी I'm going to try. Okay, nothing's going to happen, nothing is possible. This is the way life is, but I'm trying my best. What is your reality? Nothing is possible. Really, you're saying something, believing something else. So what's your reality? Maybe you should work on your reality. So this whole process that we are going to follow, the path that we are going to take, is to break through and go beyond our mind, our body, and our emotions. So do you want to do that? Do you want to go beyond your mind, your body, and your emotions? Why don't you put in the chat, do you want to go beyond your mind, your body, and your emotions? Let's have a few people responding to that one. I'm stopping the share right now. I want a few of you to talk. Are you really wanting to? So do you think it'll happen without doing anything? So we are trying. You know what? I have a lot of the members of the 5 a.m. club over here. Thank you, Tulika, for finally joining. Only 44 minutes late, but good welcome anyhow. So we'll have to do something about it. Are you willing to break through? So wherever you are, you don't have to unmute yourself. Say to yourself loud and clear, I want to break through. Say it. Throw it out into the universe. I want to break through my mind, the limitations of your mind, my body, and my emotions. Because unless you drive these three fellows, nothing's going to happen. So now, good, you need it, fine. Are you willing to do something about it? That's the question. Okay, so now what we are going to do is a little exercise. And the exercise is very simple. Everybody will close their eyes. Everybody close your eyes and imagine that there is a candle in front of you. So for your benefit, I have actually put a candle in front of you. But go away from it a little bit because you're going to do an exercise. I hope you are able to see me. Okay, so we are going to actually do an activity. Okay, and in this activity, you are going to find out that can you be unstoppable. You're going to find out, you're going to challenge your mind, you're going to challenge your emotions, you're going to challenge your body. Now, normally what happens, so how do you challenge yourself? By doing something which is beyond what you think is possible. You understand? If you think I can do only this much, then you go for this much. Then you'll find out whether you're unstoppable or not. So I'm not going to make you run a marathon, but you're going to find out anyway. So close your eyes and you're going to visualize that there is a candle in front of you at a distance of about 3.5 feet. And your job is to blow out the candle. Now this is a funny candle, okay? It's a magic candle. You blow it out, it comes on again. You blow it out, it comes back again. You blow it out, it comes back again. And your job is keep blowing so hard that it's not able to come on only. Now when you do that, and I'll show you how to do it, you'll find that your mind will say, "Bus, I can't do anymore. This is all like somebody, this is what I do. This is my maximum. I can't do more than that." Okay. Some people get some pain in their body. They have, their hands and feet will be becoming numb. They'll get frightened. They'll say, "No, no, no, I can't do it." They got stopped. Or some people will get some emotion. "Oh, this silly exercise. Why should I do it?" Or some people will say, "Nay, nay, nay, this is frightening. I hope I don't get a heart attack." So if any of these things happen, your mind would have stopped you, your body would have stopped you, and your emotions would have stopped you. But exactly the same way you get stopped in life, one of the three things is stopping you. So let's experiment and see. If you give your 100% and you don't stop, we'll do this for about 4 minutes or 5 minutes. If you don't stop, you will say, "Wow, nothing in life can stop me." So close your eyes, everybody. Let me see you. You can put your screens on, close your eyes, and start blowing out the candle. Start! Come on! Kirtana, 100%, full speed, let's see. Yeah, not slowly, then nothing will stop you. You understand? You gotta put your effort into it. Do it harder, faster, zone lगा के, 100%, 200, you can do it. Don't allow your mind to stop you. Don't stop your emotions and fears to stop you. Don't let your body stop you. Give it your 100%. Agarwal Saab, Sanjay Agarwal, give it 100%. Harder, faster. Ramamurthy, go for it. Murthy, 100%. Everybody, 100%. Don't give up. Harder, faster. Go for it. Yes. Keep going, keep going. Don't stop. If your mind is trying to stop you, you tell him, "Shut up. I'm not going to be stopped. I'm not going to give up. I am going to get what I want. 100%. Harder, faster, go on, last 1 minute, give it your 100%, 1 minute, even 200%, harder, faster, come on, go for it, 30 seconds, don't stop. All right, stop and keep your eyes closed. Stop blowing, close your eyes. Stop, Kirtana. Stop, close your eyes, sit back, relax. All of you relax. Now, many of you would have seen how some of you did not give your 100%. Some of you might have given your 100% for a short period of time. And then something told you, this fellow mind, maybe bas, that's it. Some people might have not done it only. Why should I do? Okay. But whether you did it or you did not do it, do you notice that who stopped you? Your mind or your body or your emotions? This is where the culprits lie, always. And this is whom you have to defeat. You cannot do it on your own. It took me 30 years to learn many things. Believe me, do you think my interferers never tried to stop me? I've had some big debacles in my life, disasters. Understand? At one point, I lost 1 crore rupees. I owed 1 crore rupees to someone. And then one of my partners, for a middle class guy, terrible thing, no, to lose 1 crore rupees. So did I get stopped by it? No, because I've learned how to deal with my interferers. It took me some time, but I came out of it. I paid him each and every penny that I owed him. Okay. And because of this disaster in my life, my late wife got cancer, terminal cancer. Unfortunately, my accountant had not even, renewed my medical insurance. So you can imagine what a big disaster it was. My young son was going to give his board exams. Do you think I got stopped because of that? There was about 5 or 10 minutes of despair. You feel so helpless. Okay, what the hell should I do? I was so scared I'll have to sell my house. That would be the biggest disaster for any of us. इतने प्यार से I made this 6 bedroom का bungalow, And if I have to sell it, how bad it is, isn't it? But because I have learned the tools to overcome my mind, body, and emotions, I was able to do that. So when I'm talking to you, I'm talking about stuff which is tried and tested, and you can also have the benefit of that. You don't have to spend 30 years to do that. You can do it much faster. So your journey to have what you want starts now. It has started with some action. So a few keys to being powerful and effective in your life. Number one, deal with your interferers. Okay? Find out what the interferers are and deal with them. Number two, deal with reality, your reality, and create a reality that supports you. Be clear about what you want and keep your focus on it. It's not as easy as you might think, Losing focus, circumstances make you do that. Sorry, guys. This is a glitch I always have on Zoom for some reason or the other. Third is keep your energy and enthusiasm high. And the last one is learn to get the support that you need. Now, dealing with interferers, the first two interferers I'm talking about is first one is habits. So, in the year 1984, somebody gave me a very interesting book, and the book said, as a human being, I'm a slave to my habits. And if I'm going to be a slave to my habits, I will form good habits and become their slave. So, in this program, you will get new ways of doing things that will support you to get you what you want and make these actions a habit. Okay, so we will work to identify what are the ones which are not helping you to go forward. Now you can't, what shall I say, get rid of habits. What you can do is develop new ones so that the new ones take over. So we will develop new ones which are in line with what we want. So if you want something, your habits don't support you, you are never going to have them. So the second thing is the biggest interferer for most people is the tendency to be influenced and controlled by circumstances. We are influenced so easily. From morning till night, we are influenced. Subtly, from our childhood, we are influenced. Everybody is influencing us, and then we form beliefs, and then we live inside the box of those beliefs. So here, you are going to learn practices to go beyond the circumstances. Second set of dealing with interferers is your beliefs. What you believe. So there are beliefs that you have consciously and you know that. And there are a lot of unconscious beliefs that you have which you don't know. And they are in the background driving your life. So the beliefs and their role in limiting you and creating your reality. This is what may have given you what you have today in your life. So that's another interferer that you'll have to deal with. We can have beliefs subtly buried because of some song that you might have heard. Like there are these songs like "Koi kasi ka nahi hai, jhoote naate hain, naaton ka kya." It's influenced you. Okay, you don't believe that anybody will stand by you, and you create that reality. Or so many others. I mean, I can share another one. I used to always find that I would reach a point where I'll be doing extremely well in some relationship or the other, and then suddenly it would go. About 2006, I was attending a very advanced NLP program in Bangalore. And in that program, I discovered that a song had programmed me to believe it, and I was making it happen in my life. So, to find out what those limiting beliefs are and changing them. Okay, any questions at this point, or shall I just continue? I'm a little disappointed because a lot of people have come so late, they're missing out on a lot of stuff. But anyway, I'm happy that they're there. So, dealing with interferers, the next one is your reactions. Do you know that more than 99% of the time in your life, you are in a state of reactions? So, think. I'm asking you a question. Think about it. When you are reacting, who's in control of you? Not you. When you're in a state of reaction, whatever it is that you are reacting to, that's in control of you. So you're a prisoner, na? And the other thing is that when you're reacting, your primitive brain is active, and the primitive brain relieves a chemical into your bloodstream, which switches off your rational mind. So what will happen to you? You will get into another state. Ultimately, the next interferer will come up, and it's called resistance. So in life, there are so many things we are resisting. Do you know that we even resist our own anger? Angry people, they get more angry because they are angry. So they resist their own anger. Do you know resistance also keeps you a prisoner? Anything that you are resisting will not let you go. And there are so many things that you are very subtly resisting without even knowing it. You might be resisting yourself. True, Giriraj. But my point is that that is one of the big interferers in our life. When you're resisting, you're not moving forward. When you're resisting, you're not able to see possibilities. जब हम किसी परिस्थिति का प्रतिरोध कर रहे होते हैं तो हमको संभावना थोड़ी नजर आती है. So when you are resisting a particular situation, you are not able to see the possibility of coming out of it. So your focus is on resisting, not on coming out of it. Next interferer is called the emotion. So if you see this wheel over here, okay, I can share the wheel with you if you want at some point. I'll be giving it to you anyway at some point. Every emotion can either be an interferer or it can help you move forward with velocity. Did you know that we have so many? I mean, the classification even surprised me, but we all have them. Next one, dealing with interferers. Big interferer is that we are judging all the time. So we are judging ourselves, we are judging others. The people who judge the least are the ones who make the most money. Do you know that? जो लोग judging नहीं करते हैं, those who don't judge themselves or others or situations, they are the ones who have more energy flow. Money is energy. They have more money because they are not judging. Interesting, right? Doubting ourselves. Big interferer. Sometimes we don't know that. We see the worst part of it is that many of these interferers, we don't even know that we have them. We don't even know that we are doing them. I remember first time when I did a webinar, okay, I was really doubting myself. I'm very good. I'm addressing a group of 200 people, 300 people, no problem, no doubt. I can do it extempore also. The first time I had to do it online, I was doubting myself. And because I was doubting myself, I was not performing the way I normally perform. And I was being very upset about it. It was not anywhere close to what I can do. But the next time I got rid of my doubts. So simple. So think about it. You have doubts, sometimes the ones which you know about, sometimes the ones you don't even know about. Dealing with interferers, relationships. You could have powerful, supportive relationships, or You could have relationships which subtly are pulling you down. So you've got to learn to build a strong support structure that empowers you. Today, if 200 and some 65 odd people registered for this, is only because of the network of relationships that I have, and because of those relationships I got the support to make this happen. It's unfortunate what happened to those 165 people. Maybe we'll do another introduction for them, another session for them. But relationships, they can be support, they can inhibit, or whatever. Then the area of communication. You'll be surprised to know that most of our, communication can be a tool to create stuff, okay, to make things happen, to resolve any problem that you have in life. But that's not the way we use communication. Our communication is very, very reactive. So if our communication is reactive and I'm reacting to a situation, is my communication going to be able to help me to create something? No, it won't, because I'll be stuck in my reaction. And the beauty is that if I am reacting, then there is a counter reaction, and there is a counter reaction to the counter reaction. And then, well, you could have a conflict like situation, small or big conflicts. It could even be internal conflicts, our own conflicts with ourselves, and that can become an interferer. And the beauty is how you deal with this conflict is going to decide whether you will have a powerful support structure or not. So there is a way to deal with them, which we already do, or there could be a better way to deal with them, which you could probably look at. Next one is interpretations and perceptions. You remember I was talking to you about how we shape our reality. Okay? It has a lot to do with how we perceive things. We don't perceive reality, believe me. I'll have to do a full session for you to get that. We interpret, and we interpret based on what? On what we already know. So you check. From today, you start checking how much you interpret and how do you interpret. Does it work for you? Or is there another way? If you are interpreting, which means that you are making up your own meaning about something, jo ho raha hai, I am saying something about it and I'm believing it as though it's the truth. So is it possible that I create interpretations that will support me in doing what I want? So it's a huge, huge, huge area which we can look at. Now, there is a path that I have created. You have started walking on the path by joining me today. The path to creating and having what you want. That's the path you're on. And let's do a small little exercise. And the exercise goes like this. Close your eyes and start to imagine. Just relax yourself once again like you did before. Relax yourself and get in touch with what will happen. Just imagine that everything that you wanted, you got that. Okay? Everything that you wanted, you got that. So if you got that, what will happen in your life? What will your life look like? What will your life feel like? You got everything that you want. You've got everything that you want in your life. What will your life look like? Okay, Umang has asked a question. How will I know whether I am interpreting correctly or not? Listen, there are interpretations which will work for you, which will inspire you and empower you, or there are interferers which will inhibit you. Okay? Now, one girl got married to her boyfriend. Both were from very nice families, well to do families. After 6 months, she comes running and saying, "Oh, I'm upset. I made a mistake. I should have not married this guy. He does not love me. He does not trust me. My family members have not accepted me." तो मैंने कहा, "बेटा, what happened?" She says, "Such a big thing happened. Nobody told me." I said, "So what happened?" You know what she told me? Now, this family was a business family and they had some very big business disaster, right? And because of that, the bank was about to repossess the house. Bank was about to repossess the house, and this information she got from the neighbor. And her interpretation was that my husband has deliberately not told me, my mother-in-law has not told me because they have not accepted me into the family. And my husband, who says he loves me, he has also not told me. So when I asked the husband, he says, "Don't ask me, ask my father." So when I asked the father, he says, "Hey, Mr. Malvai, you're a modern person, you will not understand these things." I said, "Sir, please tell me what happened." So he says, "Sir, in our family, when a girl is expecting a baby, we don't give her the bad news." Okay, so why did they not tell her that bad news? Because they love her and they don't want to damage her. And what was her interpretation? That they don't accept me, they don't love me. So, Umang, if an interpretation causes rift between you and another person, is that an interpretation you want to have? Now, you always have a lot of evidence. नहीं मुझे पता है ये ऐसा ही है. It's not so. It's a figment. I could give you 100 examples, but not now. Sanjay Kumar, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, did you imagine you got everything that you want? What would your life be like? Think about that. Okay. So the question is, how do you make it happen? Always that question, how do you make it happen? One second. Huh? Okay. So the program of this 90 days that you can join now will teach you how you will go beyond these interferers, which are directly or indirectly or in the background stopping you and sabotaging you. So we will, today was the first session. It was there to lay the groundwork for what is going to follow. There will be 20 sessions of this master class that will teach you to deal with the interferers. You will deal with all the blocks that keep away abundance from your life. So when abundance means having whatever, abundance of love, abundance of respect, abundance of affinity, abundance of money, that's very important, abundance of health. You will learn to be a leader in life who is a driver of your life rather than a victim. Okay? The leader is the one who creates the circumstances. He does not let the circumstances limit him. You will learn to create a life of ease and joy. Now, here is the program structure. You can have a look at it. There will be total 21 sessions, which is a total of 24 hours of training and coaching that I will be giving you. So today's session followed by 20 sessions. So session on the 16th of June, the next one, will be for 2 hours. And this purpose of this session is to shift, our mindset, shift the context of our life. The context is the way in which we hold things in life. So we want to shift that. Unless you shift it, nothing's going to happen. You can keep doing whatever you want. So the idea is to shift from scarcity to abundance, abundance of energy, abundance that will be followed by abundance of money, love, and respect. The next session, another very important session, which might be a little longer, maybe again another 2 hours, will be about conflicts, communication, and relationships, three interferers which we must learn to deal with on an ongoing basis. After that, there will be 18 sessions. Each session will be 30 minutes to 45 minutes, twice in a week, to take care of, so why twice in a week? You deal with one interferer, and during the week, you will have ask me or a question and answer or a coaching session. Because when you try and go and implement something in practical life, there are always difficulties, there are always obstacles. And when those obstacles come, I will be there to hold your hand, to coach you and support you. Like this, what you will do is you will start developing the habit of dealing with these things yourself. So when it becomes a habit, it becomes easy to do. Clear the outline. So now what? Any questions at this point? You can signal me, unmute yourself, and ask me any questions you want. About the program, about the structure of the program. One thing I want to tell you, it's an experiential program, it's not theory. This one had to be theory because I had to tell you a lot of stuff. So, exercises, action, activities which you will do. If you were doing face to face, you would do it with me. So, this is experiential learning. This is what we will do. So, ask me any questions if you have them. No questions. Okay. Congratulations. Can you see the screen, gentlemen? Okay, so very quickly now, what is the promise of this program? You do the program, what are you going to get out of it at the end of the 90 days engagement? You will get what you want. That's for sure. You will create a new reality where there is an abundance of everything that you want. You will have much more money flow than you have now. You will have clear focus. You will have energy. You will have vitality. That is something worthwhile, isn't it? Energy and vitality, clear focus. Every time somebody goes in and out, the screen goes. So we are learning new things about this. Clear focus, energy, vitality, you will get the ability to deal with whatever life throws at you without loss of power. So I was sharing with you my own experience. That experience could have broken many a person. Okay, I came out of it because I have that ability and you can have it too. Remember one thing, if anyone can do it, so can I. A life of ease and glory and joy. You will learn how to have high performance without stress, higher sense of well-being in life. So when people ask you, how's the Josh? You'll say, wonderful, sir. Clarity of your goals, an action plan to achieve your goals. And you will have my support for as long as you need it. I'm a person who will give you lifelong support. So why should you take support from Subdeepak Malwai? Some of the things are given there. I have lots and lots of training experience. I have lots and lots of industry experience. I have the experience of having made many mistakes in my life. Okay, but one thing I've done is I've learned from them. made me harder, stronger, just like you. Certified by SDI, certified by MODA. I have done trainings in United Nations development programs, 17 countries. I've been trained as an assessor by Edexcel UK. Okay, I've been with 12 years with an international ontological training organization. Many of you have done their programs. Yeah, so I'm a Reiki Grandmaster. I'm certified in NLP, EFT, and semantic transformational processing. I'm a Theta healer, pranic healer, avatar master, access consciousness facilitator, and I'm also qualified in something called Ho'oponopono. So if you guys are lucky, I might give you a bonus session and teach you Ho'oponopono as well. So the point is, what should you do now? You've come so far, some came late, some came early or whatever. So you heard something, you should have an idea about what is possible for you. Believe me, you go for this, your life is not going to be the same, that I can promise you. So what do you have to do? You will have to invest time. I invested 30 years, you don't have to do that. You will have to invest 90 days. And believe me, these 90 days are going to be interesting as well as useful. How can it be better than that? Interesting as well as useful. You'll have to invest money. You know, one thing is nothing in life comes free. My experience says if you take something for free, you don't really use it. Now, I used to go for these BNI meetings, you know, so many people would give those little, somebody gave some earphones, somebody gave some small speaker, this and that. I never used it. So somebody, my wife told me, तो उसको gift ही दे दो ना, नहीं रखा है, दे देंगे किसी दिन, रखा हुआ. So like we have got a lot of this, you know, ज्ञान का कोश over here, which we don't use. 80% of the managers use less than 20% of what they know about that. So I've invested more than 10 lakhs, you know, just to upgrade myself and bring me to the point where I am. So what are you willing to invest in your life? That's the question. So to be in the rest of this program, what is the money investment? You know, if you go for a 4-day program at IIM, it will cost you 1.5 to 2 lakhs, even 3 lakhs. Okay. You will study with an academician who teaches, who may or may not have worked practically in an industry. My friend paid 20 lakh rupees for an entrepreneurship program to study with academics. He came back from the US. I don't want to name that organization, but he's still the same. In fact, after he came back from there, his organization, which had some 18 centers all over the country, now is wiped out. Organization is not there anymore. How about that? So what good that 20 lakh rupees has done? God, this is a big problem, I say. So the question is, what do you want to invest in your self-development? See, when I do a training program, I do a lot of training programs on behalf of a German consulting company that I work with. I charge about 8,000 rupees for 1 hour. That means the cost of this master class should be 1,92,000 rupees. Are you willing to pay that? Maybe. How many of you are willing to pay that? Put it in the chat box. 1,92,000 rupees. Okay. Let me give you a discount. I'll give you a 50% discount for 90 days. Okay. 24 hours of my time. You pay me 96,000 rupees. How many will pay that? I'll give you another one here. Come on. You pay only 48,000 rupees for this long engagement which will change your life. You willing to pay that? Okay, I give you another discount. How can it be better than that? I'll give it to you for only 24,000 rupees. That means approximately 1,000 rupees for every session. That's all. Nothing. So I'm a very magnanimous guy. I say I'll give you for only 12,000 rupees. How many of you are interested in joining this class at 12,000 rupees? Can I get some indications over here? You can put it in the chat box. Okay, so let's see. Okay, two people said something. Let's go ahead. I can give you this program for 6,000 rupees. Okay, you interested in that? Hmm? So, Sanjay Kumar, is that a yes when you raise your hand? Good, I like you. I'm going to go even better than that. I have a special gift offer for you if you register right now. I'm going to put a link in the chat box. You go to that link and you have to pay only 2,999 for 24 hours of your time, of my time, okay? My expertise, which I've learned over the last 30 years for all these sessions. And the bonus is maybe I give you Hoponopono, maybe I give you some surprise bonus, lots and lots of stuff I can give you, okay? But remember only one thing, the first 25 people who register in this program, they are the ones who will get this offer of 2,999 rupees. So join now, register now. So I'm putting the message, the link in the chat box. And those of you who would like to register can go to this and register themselves, register now before we run out of those 25 seats. And just for your information, after the 25 people have registered, the price will be 4,999 rupees. So take some action now. So before we close this session, any questions